Woo, child. I don't know if y'all got a chance to watch that Gary Coleman documentary on Peacock, but the moment you get a chance, check that out, especially if you was into different strokes. This thing was so sad. Now, I know that they robbed Gary Coleman, they stole all his goddamn money, and he was catching a bad break trying to, find his footing after being Arnold on different strokes in Hollywood because when you play a certain role and you get popular for that role, that's kind of just like how Steve Urkel was and like a Carlton. Once you play that one role and you're known for that one specific role, people don't want to see you do anything else. And sometimes it may be hard for these child stars to grow and blossom into something or somebody else. And who knows, maybe that could be a team thing because the people who are behind you actually have some sort of control in the direction that your career goes in as well, especially when you're going from gig to gig. Like when one job ends and you're trying to find another, maybe they just weren't able to find a perfect fit for him specifically after the Arnold role because they were looking for him to be just as big on whatever show he ended up on after that, but that just didn't happen for him because he started having a lot of financial issues. He started, you know, being out here in these streets, dealing with women, having all types of friends. But that's neither here nor there because I feel like he has the typical Hollywood child star story. But it's two things that I want to talk about. And these are just my personal opinion. But the young man that was speaking throughout the documentary, and he said that he was his friend, Bunny Ears. What was y'all thinking about that man? Was y'all thinking the same thing that I was thinking about him? Because we don't gotta say it, but if you was, just drop it down in the comments. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing you was thinking. But when I just kept seeing him and he just had so much information to share about him, I'm like, well, how would you know all of these things? It sounds like y'all had a really extremely close and intimate relationship. But it was that, and it was also the wife. Now, like I said, I don't know these people. I'm just going off of what they told me on the TV, okay? And what they told me was that the wife called the cops, but she didn't want to touch him. And he was bleeding out. She didn't know where the blood was coming from. And she didn't spring into action because she just didn't know what was going on or something like that. I don't even know. That part is unclear. But she didn't help him out when he was laid out bleeding out. She didn't try to apply no pressure to him or nothing. Then the ambulance comes to take him away. She didn't go with him to the hospital when they took him away in the ambulance with a busted open head, which, mind you, she's his ex-wife and she's still living with him. If you was upstairs and he was downstairs and he bust his head open and this surprised you, why were you not surprised on the phone call? If that was the real legit tape from when she called, I'm sorry, it sounded like she put him down, y'all. I don't know, because you didn't go to the hospital. He had very specific directions in regards to people pulling the plug on him. You pulled the plug immediately. You didn't even think twice about it. And I don't know, that just screams to me like you did it. I'm sorry. Like, and I know that more than likely the case is closed, everything is done and is said and done and everything is over with. But my personal opinion, And she also said that she thought it was just going to be a normal thing where he go to the hospital and get out and come back home. And that's part of the reason why she didn't go. So that's kind of an indication that y'all used to be doing some form of tussling or something all the time, because why did you take that lightly? His parents were also on there, and judging from what they said during their portion of the show, I definitely feel as though they did exactly what he was accusing them of, and they robbed that boy and took his goddamn money. It's like, it's so hard for parents to say, you know what, I really messed that up for you, and I'm very, very sorry. Like, I thought I was doing the right thing. I messed this completely up. I messed your life up. I messed your money up. Now you can't re-up. Now I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, maybe it was unintentional that they crapped out with his money like that, because maybe they did make bad investments, but when you saw things was going left, you should have did the right thing and left that boy money alone. Like, give him something, because y'all know what y'all did, for real. But what did y'all think about the Gary Coleman documentary? Because it was sad, y'all, for real.